Do we have any blacksmiths out in the audience tonight? Is there a blacksmith? A cobbler? Do we have a cobbler here tonight? Any cobblers? How about a buttonhole maker? Not even on a Sunday. That's the last time I use Amish.com for research. I'll tell you that, folks, right now. Son of a bitches. Next time it's horsedrawn.org for me. That's going to work the best. Let's talk about current events here real quick. Current events. I think everyone heard about Ryan Dunn. Ryan Dunn, about a month ago, killed in a tragic car accident. You know, I hate to beat a dead jackass, but this is such a great fucking joke. For those of you that aren't familiar with Ryan Dunn, he was one of the stars. Well, he wasn't the star of Jackass. He was on Jackass, a couple movies, and the TV show. And if you're familiar with the movie, you would know that it's not the first time Ryan Dunn tried to wrap a car around his ass. Too soon? I would hope so. Also in the news, bear attacks. You hear about the bear attacks? Another bear attack up in Alaska this week. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was a bear attack, a killing at Yellowstone National Park. Now, this sounds like a tragedy to a lot of people, but the fact that I get to reuse the jokes from about a month ago, I think it's freaking great. I love it. I think, though, that the attacks at Yellowstone, I think they reiterate the fact that I'm against the right to arm bears. It's just a bad idea. It hardly ever works out. I'm also against the right for bears to tear off the arms of hikers. That usually doesn't come out. We have hikers here tonight? Any hikers? Wow. Wow. And you know, where is a mall cop when you need him, ladies and gentlemen? A mall cop. Arrgh. And we're talking about bears. But the bear was said to have been protecting her baby cubs, so they didn't destroy the bear. And when asked for a comment, the bear's response was, "I was just looking for the picnic basket, Mr. Park Ranger. Isn't that right, boo-boo?" Oh, wait, that's Jellystone. I always get that mixed up with Yellowstone. Jellystone. Where's my water at? Who drives a Chrysler in here? Anybody drive a Chrysler? No, because they're all walking here, apparently, if they have drive a Chrysler. Anybody seen the news again? The Detroit Chrysler auto workers caught on their brakes in the Union parking lot, drinking 40 ounces of beer and smoking pot. Anybody see that? They weren't just smoking pot either, joints. They had a water pipe in the truck. And one of them was driving a Ford, which was probably the biggest crime of all. But it's not the first time this happened. And so they reached Chrysler, tried to get a comment out of Chrysler Corporation. They had no comment. But they have come out with a special edition Chrysler 300, the Chrysler 420. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's got a couple cool little special details. Number one, you can get a contact tie from the new car smell. That's kind of cool. It's got a special custom cup holder, holds a 40-ounce of beer and a bag of Doritos. And the cool thing, too, is the carburetor is actually under the thumb on this car. Where are my potheads at? Carburetor under the thumb? Come on. They have a special navigation system in the car. Who's got navigation out there? Almost everybody now, right? You know how the regular voice for navigation is. It's usually like, turn in 300 feet. Not the one in the Chrysler 420, ladies and gentlemen. This one goes a little something like, dude, just move the turn back there. Roll down the windows, the cops are behind us. Speaking of cars, I read a bumper sticker coming in here tonight. I love these religious ones. Anybody seen the one that says, "My boss is a Jewish carpenter"? Anybody seen that? Yeah. What does that mean anyway, my boss is a Jewish carpenter? My boss is an Armenian prick, but I'm not driving around with it on the back of my car, okay? And Jewish carpenter, what is that supposed to mean anyway? I don't understand. Does that mean he cuts a lot of corners? Where are my Jews at tonight? Rue! Help me out, Rue! But some of the other religious bumper stickers, I love you got the Jesus Saves. That's kind of cool. Jehovah has a 401k if nobody's printing up bumper stickers. There's my favorite, I think, is Try Jesus. Have you seen this one? Try Jesus. Didn't the Romans already do this? Didn't turn out so well. Too soon? What else can we talk about, folks? Oh, let's give it up. Father's Day was last month. Father's Day was last month. Give it up for the most underappreciated father in world history. I'm talking about Joseph, husband of Mary, father of Jesus. Give it up for Joseph, everyone. It's Sunday. Give it up for... He's had a rough time of it, you know. He's had a rough time of it. You know, it's probably tough for Joseph around his buddies, you know. You know, guys, how it is when you make a new purchase and you want to show your buddies, kind of want to show it off. Couldn't have been fun for Joseph, right? Getting the snickering and stuff from his friends. Be like, say, fellas, how do you like my new ox? She's in fine shape and I only paid 3 shekels. His buddies are like, yes, Joseph, it's a very nice ox. Only plowed once? Yes, Joseph, I like it too. It's in very fine shape. Dare I say, immaculate? Even divine, perhaps, Joseph. Speaking of religion, I was reading the Bible this morning. Wow. Well, they were given away at the hotel. So I was reading the Bible this morning, and I came across the book of Leviticus. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the book of Leviticus, and by the looks on your faces, I'm going to refresh your memory. Basically, the book of Leviticus says that it is better for the seed of a man to fall on the belly of a whore than to fall on the ground. Now, this brings 3 thoughts to my mind here. Number 1 being, maybe the Bible deserves a second look. Second thought comes to mind is, how can I sell this at home to the wife? It's like, baby, you know what Leviticus said? And then the third thing is, okay, instead of seed on the belly of a whore, is a face shot acceptable? Can we do that? These are things I need to know. These are things I need to know. Anybody raising kids in Las Vegas? Fun stuff, isn't it? Fun stuff. I've got a 9-year-old and a 9-month-old, and there's certain things about Las Vegas are a little more difficult probably than the rest of the country. I know my son's school is broke. You probably heard the state of Nevada is broke. My son's school is broke. So the Orleans and the Boyd Group has kicked in to help out with school supplies. And give it up for the Orleans. Give it up for the Orleans. They've kicked in with the school supplies. The only thing is that now the kids are doing all their schoolwork on with the Kino crayons and those little fucking pencils from the sports book. So that's the only downfall. But the good thing is the first graders are now learning fractions already from the half-point parlay cards. So, and the kindergartners are handicapping the horses. So. Well, that is my time, ladies and gentlemen.